right, when choosing matting for your classes or team, make sure the structure of the mat is safe for the activity that they're going to do. So this mat seems like it's good. Then you step on it, it's super squishy, so the ankle stability or wrists, that would be really bad for their wrists or ankles. Also, when there's Velcro on here, make sure the Velcro is down, or you can tuck it under all the way down and then put the mat back down. Velcro sticks the hair really well, or it tears up their leotards, or if you have that brush, then it's going to hurt their skin. So we don't want to have that happen. When you're choosing a panel mat for activities where their hands are on there or stepping on it, you want a nice firm mat, if you can see the difference. When you come upon your matting, make sure your matting is all ready and safe for the kids. Make sure that it's always zipped up all the way, nice and tight, zippers tucked out of the way. Once you're done with your equipment, make sure you clear it out of the way so nobody trips over it. The kids like to lay on these and roll. We don't want any injuries. So make sure you clear all your matting out of the way once you're done with it. All right, so for beam matting and safety, you want to make sure if they're younger kids or shorter kids, they're going to have a mat underneath the beam. There's a safe way up for them. You're going to be here to help them transition from squatting to standing. If they can't get up on the apparatus by themselves, and they probably aren't ready to be on such a high beam, make sure you're going to hold their elbows or their hips when they're walking, not their hands. And they're going to go one direction to the dismount mat right down here. Make sure you teach them how to bend and stick. When you're looking at your 8-inch landing mats, you always want to make sure, like this mat, the handle is down. If you have any concerns, you can always tuck them under. The handles are up, the kids tend to trip as they're stepping off the mat, so that's a really big safety concern. Over here, they're jumping on a mat, and it's slippery like this one. This one slides easily. You just take a little bit of water and spray the mat underneath, and then now it won't slide, so that's a good way to keep it safe. All right, kids love to climb ropes, so we're gonna teach you a few things to keep them safe. 8-incher underneath, always, always. Coach is gonna hold the knot, help them with the stability of the rope. Go ahead and climb. Kiddos are gonna wanna climb as high as they can, but sometimes they get really, really tired, so remind them, you still have to climb down. All right, so climbing down, hand under hand, not sliding. Hand under hand, not sliding. And then feet let go first, and then they can let go. All right, a good example of safety in your class is keeping your eyeballs on your class at all times. So say I have a station 1 here for a kiddo, a station 2 here for a kiddo, a station 3 here for a kiddo. Then I'm gonna be over here spotting a harder skill. I never wanna have my back to my kids. I always wanna have facing my athletes at all times so I can see everybody, including the line. If there's ever an emergency, you're gonna have the kids sit down, not touch anything, any equipment or bars. You're gonna walk away safely, keeping your eyeballs on the kids, and you're gonna go get the floor manager or the front desk. And you just keep your eyes on them and walk away. Really, really important thing to teach all kids in gymnastics and all sports in general is how to fall. If they're falling backwards, you never wanna have them reach back with their hands. That's just all sorts of problems that could go wrong with the arms. You want to have them hug to fall. So if they're falling backwards quickly, she's just going to hug and fall on her butt. Okay, obviously that's much safer than reaching the hands back. And then she's going to demonstrate, like, we're falling and there's some momentum to it. Then she's going to do a candlestick into it. So hug and roll into candlestick. And that's really, really important to teach all kids, especially from young all the way up.